Hundreds of years ago, Aldea was a land of chaotic magic, wielded by only the most foul of creatures. But then Amalur fell from the sky, filling the land with magic that all types of creatures could use. Now, Aldea is steeped in it, with a magical academy, Orillium, at its center. Few are able to make the dangerous trek called the Novice Path to the castle in the sky, but those who do gain knowledge that can only be found there, at the crater created by Amalur all those years ago. This reading challenge is created by Book Roast, and the whole Orillium Magical Readathon thing started 5 years ago. So we're a little behind, but that's okay. We're gonna catch up. But before we can even do the Novice Path, which is technically like the first reading challenge that you do, I want to create a character. Do I have to? No. Am I just making this harder for myself? Yes. But am I reading? Also yes, so it's worth it. There's 3 books that we have to read to create our lovely character who's gonna be like a vampire rogue wizard scholar. The first prompt is a book with an urban setting because our character Maya grew up in a city, and the book I've chosen for that is Vow of Thieves. So far, gonna be honest, most of this book has not taken place in a city. They're very much in the middle of nowhere, hoping that changes. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to put this book. All I've heard is like found family trope. Okay, so I'm not very far in. I'm 46 pages in, but I had to record my reaction because, oh no! So far, all that we know is there's 2 main characters that we're following. There's 2 groups. There's Cassie, a woman who's like used to be a thief, but now she's like worked her way up and she's part of the Queen's elite guard. And then we've got Jace, the, as of 24 hours ago, new ruler of a kingdom. Now, Cassie's group has come to Jace's kingdom because those 2 kingdoms don't like each other, and the Queen said, we need to fix that. There's some other secret mission going on. We don't know. Not important right now. Will be important later. But they don't know the monarch is dead. They think that Jace's dad is still monarch. Girl, this woman just put a knife to Jace's throat and said back off, and then called him a good boy. Oh no! They did eventually want to get in, so like I'm pretty sure she was gonna get herself arrested at some point anyway on purpose. This is not how she was planning to do this. This is so bad. You don't know who that was. Oh, he's called the Partay. No, Patria. Patrei. Ooh, I don't need it. There's some really good enemies to lovers potential here. Bring me into golden sunlight. We're gonna give my final review of these 2 books, starting with this one. This was awesome. Loved every second of reading this book, and that did not stop with the second one, Vow of Thieves. This one I read for our prompt to create a character who is Iltyrian, which is the species of that Maya is. Again, vampire-esque. They don't drink blood, but they do have fangs. They mostly live in the dark. We had to read a book with a red cover. Same as the last one, nothing changed. I will say in the second book, the pace kind of dragged in the middle, and then at the end, it kind of wrapped up quickly. Pacing felt a little bit awkward. This world, like, genuinely has my entire heart and soul, mainly because I love the 2 main characters. I see no issues with either of them. They are perfect and beautiful and amazing. I rated this 4.5 and this 4 out of 5 stars. 2 out of 3 prompts done. The final book we were reading, Maya grew up in the continent of Dark Meadow with a bunch of other Iltyrians. They work to collect texts and artifacts and all these things from all over the world to curate them into the massive library that exists in the continent of Dark Meadow. So for our final prompt, we need to read a dark academia, which unfortunately I have read a lot of because I really like dark academia. I do own multiple dark academias, but I've read most of them. So I picked up the only other one that kind of falls into that category, which is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. The only thing I know about this is that it's about a woman who nobody can remember, and then a guy remembers her. Romance? Catching a crazy love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire. I really liked this book. Genuinely had a great time. I also made granola, guys. Look at my granola. Isn't it so pretty? It smells really good. It smells like vanilla because I put vanilla in it. Also, easiest thing to make ever. I think that it explores what the meaning of life is in an interesting way. I think the character of Addie is totally awesome. I love her so much. I think also that, what's his name's character? The guy, what's his name? He's really relatable. And because he's so relatable, it's easy to love him and easy to root for them. And I think it's fun and I really enjoyed it. I don't totally believe the demon though, because I feel like he could just do whatever he wanted. I don't know why it ended the way that it did is the only thing. I feel like they wanted a sweet twist. She wanted a sweet twisty ending and I like the way that I'm not mad about it. I just feel like I don't fully believe it because I don't think it makes sense that that's how that, like, I feel like the demon could have done something else and he didn't, and that doesn't really make sense to me. I think he's a little too human and not enough otherworldly, but also it doesn't really matter because that's not the point. I'm just being nitpicky. I don't remember if I filmed an outro earlier. If I didn't, here's the outro. Maya goes on the novice path now. We've officially crafted her and now she goes on the novice path to journey to Orillium so that she can take classes at Orillium. That's it. Success, simple, easy. Just a few books. I don't know what else I'm gonna make, but it's gonna be fun.